investment, recently President Biden announced $2 billion investment for Angola. Will there be any more investment coming from Angola, or what the president really expects from this investment that he announced many times for Angola?
So he really expects that you will see a major deployment of solar power in Angola. That was a significant project that was facilitated by funding and mechanisms from the United States government. So he's looking forward to seeing that actually come to fruition.
A lot of African countries have held the line against condemning Russia. Has the U.S. communicated any possible consequences of maintaining that stance? Does any of that $55 billion play into that? What are the consequences if they continue to not choose a side in this?
Look, we're not putting a gun to anyone's head. We believe that the war in Ukraine is a matter of principle, and it's not an American principle. It's a principle we all signed up to in the United Nations Charter. It's a principle of sovereignty and territorial integrity. So we will make the case with passion and persistence to every country in the world that they should speak out against these flagrant violations of the UN Charter. But we're not imposing conditionality from the point of view of this summit on decisions that sovereign countries make in this regard.
The same topics, trade, health, food security, and national security, have been the topics of presidents from Bill Clinton to George W. Bush to Barack Obama and now. Why are these same issues still on the table after all of these years? And what has been the arc of success, if you can measure it, from the Clinton years when Africa was put on the table and then George W. Bush being considered the president who did the most for Africa?
But we feel we do enter the summit with some significant momentum around major investments that we have already made and will continue to make, and with this announcement that over the next 3 years we will be devoting $55 billion to help address these top priorities in very specific, tangible ways in partnership with African nations.
Really, at this time, look in Africa in a different way. What makes you confident that this time will be different?
I would say three things make me confident that we will have a positive result from the summit. The first is we are bringing the resources to the table in significant numbers. And if you compare what the United States is committing over the next 3 years to what any other country is committing, I think we stack up extremely favorably. At the end of the day, though, I agree with you. It's not about what we say, it's about what we do. And part of the reason that I have so much confidence about this summit and what will follow is because I do have confidence that this president, this vice president, this secretary of state, we are intending to follow through. We're mobilizing the resources.
We talked about the $55 billion that in new funding that we'll be providing to the continent in the next three years, which we believe is incredibly important. We talked about Johnny Carson, who is going to be the leader in making sure that what comes out, the deliverables that come out of this summit is actually delivered, if you will.
As China looks to increase its influence on that continent, I'm curious, will the president seek to deliver any kind of message or word of warning to these African leaders that Beijing, whether it's through their financing or economic or military aid, is not in fact a faithful ally or partner?
This is going to be about what we can offer. It's going to be a positive proposition about the United States' partnership with Africa. It's not going to be about other countries. It's not going to be attempting to compare, contrast. It's rather going to be about the affirmative agenda that the United States has to